looking for is a response now. You've actually been and had a look at the exhibition. I would love to know from the elders possibly first and then the young people, so we can all jump in where you can, what your response is to that particular exhibition that we see here that's been put on at the Whitworth. Yeah? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I got it. Edith, I saw you taking a lot of notes. How did you feel about it?
Well, I don't feel it's a very good exhibition. There's not much at all in it to represent slavery and all that was going on. You know, it's too tame, especially for Manchester. For the people of Manchester, they did a lot of work to help with the slave trade, and I think this dude did no credit at all. Because Mrs. Grantley, she put on an exhibition, and it's far more better and superior, and she was just one woman than what I'm seeing here today. It got to improve a great lot.
That's a good general point. Exhibition it's good general point. Within the exhibition, was there anything that stood out for you that particularly engaged you?
Not really, for things I've seen before. Yes, yeah, I've seen, yeah.
Perhaps we can turn to your colleague Barrington.
Yeah, well, with me it's different. What I've seen is the cotton, as I think one and I have been talking about the cotton and the picture on the wall, the water painting on the wall about the cotton. A lot of people don't know how hard it is to pick cotton, because these young generation born in England, and they don't know what it is to pick cotton. And remember, these people who picked the cotton had to pick a certain amount. And if they didn't pick that amount of cotton, they were beaten, because there are people over them to beat them. And picking the cotton, they were blood because it had.
So, can I just ask this question? Do you feel that then that the exhibition doesn't represent what really went on?
Not in the sense of the word, because I believe it's polite. Let's put it like that. Why it's polite? It's the way British does things, because they don't want to wake up.
So do you not think that there's a word that I'm going to throw in, is when I saw the exhibition, is I didn't think it was controversial enough. You know, I felt that it wasn't, for a city that has built its wealth on trade and slavery and steel and all and although there is you mentioned that it's to present day, you know, there's present day artists in this exhibition. I'm not quite sure. I think the paintings are interesting. There's some very good artwork here, but for me, it was not controversial. Sorry, sir.
I think what's missing, I'm really annoyed of not seeing the mills with workers in the cotton telling you where it came from. Understand me? Like you see a cotton mill. How many people? I didn't see any there.
Right. So the links.
The link is not there. Understand me? Yeah. In the cotton industry, I thought they'd have at least even one.
Okay. Fair comment. I think the curators this afternoon will actually address some of these questions. This is just about the discussion of the work. Was there anything for any of the young writers that you felt that jumped out at you? Because I want you to write about this exhibition.
The mother and the 3 children, whose husband was a Jewish guy who owned cotton, like stuff to do with slaves and exploiting the black people, and the smug look on their faces, and the fact that they can afford a picture like this, and the fact that they have their toys and their books there, and the nice clothes with their smiles. It's just like they know what they're doing, but still they don't care. Shows how little concern they have for what's actually going on, and the fact that they accept it and they think it's a good thing.
No, it's just like they don't have no social responsibility really. And like what I got from it was, I don't want to say it was, I just thought it was a bit of a joke. Like, not like a laughing joke, but because when I went to Maritime in Liverpool, it brings so much emotion that you just, as a black young person, I went away and like thought, I hate white people. But then by the afternoon I was like, well, half my family's like white and they're all mixed, or half my friends are white. I love white people, but when it just brings so much emotion that you just don't know what to do with yourself as a young black person. But then you know that the only thing you can do is to achieve and to break the barriers and not continue with the negative circle stuff.
I didn't find it very evocative, and there wasn't enough explanation. Because when I was younger, I was privileged to have like Black history lessons, but I know things and I had to like apply them to what I was looking at. If I didn't know, then I wouldn't know anything, and it was all a bit, I don't know, laconic, like just a bit brief and slightly insulting. The little drumming video, I didn't really appreciate it.
Well, the person that put that installation in is actually coming this afternoon and is an artist and poet called Sue Andy, and she will be able to respond to those questions this afternoon, and you can, she's an MBE, she can take whatever you say on the chin. OBE, sorry. OBE.
Reese.
I think it was a bit, you have to actually try and link the events together, whereas there's no talking about the lack of explanation. Like, for example, you had the picture of the cotton, the cotton pickers, and it had the watercolours in contrast, and I think it didn't draw enough attention to the link in the fact of these, what you could view as beautiful paintings were funded off the back of the slave trade. And also I think as well, we're talking about the benign bronzes, and it was really watered down. I don't think, in the description of what the benign bronzes are, it didn't really capture the emotion. It was very brief. It was, benign bronzes were made to show the oppression, made by the Benin people to show the oppression they live with, full stop. And from there, kind of tried to make the artwork tell a story, but without that background, it was kind of, it didn't do it justice at all. And I think it was like, it basically detached it from all emotion, and it was just a story, just looking at a story, it's like, it wasn't evocative, and actually, when you're looking at an exhibition like this, you don't want to feel comfortable, but everything I've seen here, I was comfortable with an aspect of, I've seen this before, and it doesn't move my spirit, it doesn't make me think, wow.
Was it not visceral enough for you? I mean, could you not like directly relate to the feeling? Is that what you guys are trying to say basically? I
think a lot of it was when I was reading the story, I had to apply my own separate story to it, I had to really look on it. I think maybe, to maybe think, was this what he was trying to say? Like I was asking the gentleman here questions, asking, is this what he was trying to say, or what was he trying to say? But when you look at, something what he's including such an important artifact, and it meant so much to the Benin people.